Part 3. Part triple.
Yeah, part 3.
Today we're going to be looking at some stuff in 3ds Max. This is Jimmy Badlips. He was going to be, or I guess we're still keeping him. He's going to end up being one of Pinstripe's buddies. He's untextured at this point, but you can see we got the UVW unwrapping completed.
Yeah, Jimmy Badlips is Pinstripe's #1 guy. He's his, you might even say, he's his right-hand man.
And he defined what popped collar means.
Yeah.
We're just screwing around with some of the facial animation with Crash. That's about all there is to say about that, really. A lot of emotion in that model, actually.
Yeah, and that's something that's key with us at the time we made this and going forward, is that Crash especially can emote like a motherfucker.
Now here's a bit of an animation with the old model, as you can see how much ickier he looks.
Look how icky this shit is, man.
Here's a start to Chunko before he had his head on and was a little bit rougher. That's about all there is to say about that as well.
Look at them giant pointy tits.
That arm span as well. As you can see, it was just done symmetrically, where you only have to build actually half of it. And here's a little bit of rig testing with the cat, which is character animation tools. It comes with any version of 3ds Max now. I might have it from Maya, I don't know. It just makes it really easy to build rigs for characters and pose them, and it's got like preset animations that you can finagle to do whatever you want, or just animate them yourself like we did with a lot of it.
Yeah, 9 times out of 10 we animated everything.
Such as this one with Chunko punching the ground for his boss fight.
And then the 10th time out of 10, it was like 95%.
Here's just like a generated run animation for him, which doesn't look super great, but we just used it as a test. Here's our cortex model, using spheres for the eyes, which was a bad idea.
Terrible idea.
A little bit too much geometry where it wasn't needed in this, and it looked alright in a lot of places, like a lot of the head looked alright. Here's sneaky walking animation generated with the cat. No face animation going on yet.
Look at that arch in that back.
Yeah, there's a lot of flexibility. You can actually just change numbers around like parameters. Here's a different. This is not a cat rig. This is a totally custom built rig that I was doing as a test. You can see all the controllers floating around to control each individual joint. Here's like the eye target.
Look here. It's very.
But it ended up being like way too complicated to set this up. It would take, you know, a week at least for each character to build a rig like this for them, and it wasn't really worth doing. We didn't need the flexibility that it offered, but it did have a lot, and here's JB's favorite part coming up here in a second.
Yeah, this is the best part of the video.
The belt, oh, I guess
don't,
5 minutes.
Yeah, you'll see it. Don't even say it. Oh, I gotta get that groin stretch in before you do this.
And
oh yeah!
It's a pelvic thrust controller.
Oh boy.
And you could always grab different controllers and move them together.
Sometimes you gotta get the hips in. You can't just do it with just the. Gotta get the whole torso going.
Yeah, the foot controllers were pretty interesting. They actually had parameters for foot bending, so that he can actually roll up onto his toes like that.
Ooh.
If we needed it, or onto his heel.
Yeah, man, get them calf raises in. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, but this was a little bit too extravagant of a rig to bother using, and it didn't end up working correctly in UDK anyway.
This impossible balance by Cortex.
Yeah, I was just posing it to see what it could do.
Look at them
hand controllers, elbow pointers. A lot of flexibility with this kind of a rig, but if you take the time to build it, then it does take quite a while to get all these things wired together. These are the finger controllers, so you just have to rotate these, and it would end up, you know, doing the thumb.
Broke his fucking thumb.
Yeah, it needs to rotate in the local axis, or else you do weird things. And you can easily make somebody flip in the bird. Like that. There you go.
Dun, dun, dun. Oh my goodness.
And gonna play with the morph targets a little bit. Cortex didn't have any teeth.
Yeah. That was a little bit of an oversight, huh?
Yeah.
Probably should have had some teeth.
Yeah, it would have been a decent idea. It was a little bit of overdoing it. But
No,
yeah,
I think you could have gone further.
well, yeah.
Oh, don't save? Oh, God.
There's like a crappy animation test to like dance, and you just have to like rotate some stuff. Here's that demo island level.
Yeah, no, this is clearly, as you can see, in New York City.
Yeah.
All them little rocks peppered everywhere. I don't think those are in the game.
They are.
They are?
Mhm.
Oh yeah, they are, I guess. Shit.
Why would they not be?
don't
Bird, like for a slippery climb, bird you'd jump on with a weird cat rig in there. Here's the what would you call this guy? We've just been calling them the fuckernauts.
But that's
So I don't know.
that
What
wouldn't
did-
have flown. I'd probably say that this guy would have been underwater tube
Manager.
supervisor.
Anyway, the way that what this is doing here is it's like a JB's read the line for this, and then I just animated the head and some facial stuff to make it bob around. As you see, the rest of the body isn't moving. So what we would do is blend that with an idle animation, so he wouldn't have to. So it was a lot quicker to make the animation for if they were talking to you. Run animation.
Got his pimp walk. Oh, look who it is. It's Penny the Stripe.
My audio recording just screwed up for a second, so it's gonna need resyncing.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it's Pinstripe testing out his facial animations.
Oh,
That's from the that opening thing with the UDK logo when he said this game is unreal over
Yeah.
here. He would do that, and I just composited that behind. There's a bee. That's like a remake of a bee because we decided the ones we were using before were a little bit too detailed and not really good.
yeah.
There's a crab.
The classic Crash enemy. He's a little bit of a jerk. That's actually his celebration animation for when he kicks your ass.
This is a little bit different here. This is that monitor from the warp room. The reason I figured I'd show this is everything else so far was like either inverse kinematics or, you know, like with the special cat rigs and stuff. This is actually IK. Everything's working. Or this is forward kinematics. Yeah. So everything parents back to the previous joint. Know what I'm saying?
Yeah, sure.
So, like-
why not?
Okay, well, that's what happens. It's just using the points as bones, which was the simplest way to do it. And it ended up working pretty cool. I think what inspired me to do this is I was playing a little bit of Portal 2, if you couldn't tell. It's got a little bit of that vibe going on with it. Nobody ever saw the turtles because they sucked.
Oh, really? Look at that! Look at that head motion, man.
That's a door.
Yeah. Probably from somewhere mechanical. Maybe this guy's base. You want to talk about what we just saw there, or are you just gonna glaze right over
Just
that?
well, okay. Well, here's a face I found. I didn't like. What the hell is this from? I honestly didn't know, and I figured out it was Fish, everybody's favorite character.
Oh my God, that morph action.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I think we're rounding up on the end here. in a minute.
And yeah.